In the silent corners of the natural world, some creatures practice a form of visual sorcery, bending light, rewriting colors, and reshaping their bodies with the precision of master engineers. A squid that vanishes in open water, as if slipping into another dimension. A butterfly whose wings mimic a predator's gaze so perfectly that even seasoned hunters freeze. A spider that turns itself into nothing more than a trembling leaf. Here, evolution doesn't just adapt, it programs perception itself. Perception, in nature, is not a passive act, it is a battlefield. Every organism relies on limited sensory bandwidth, and evolution exploits those blind spots with astonishing precision. Some animals manipulate wavelengths before they reach the eye. Others alter textures, symmetry, or motion patterns to confuse neural processing. What appears to us as camouflage is often far more sophisticated. Dynamic color shifting driven by chromatophores, false eyespots designed to hijack threat detection circuits, bioluminescent signals crafted to lure or misdirect, and body postures that break the brain's ability to recognize familiar shapes. These creatures do not merely hide. They engineer illusions at a biological level, rewiring how other beings interpret reality. Top 8. The lanternfish bioluminescent signal hacker. In the deep ocean, where sunlight collapses into darkness, the lanternfish crafts illusions from light itself. Tiny photophores along its body ignite in shifting patterns, faint pulses, drifting false silhouettes, and perfectly timed flashes that mimic distant prey. Predators lock onto these signals, convinced a meal drifts ahead, only to find nothing but empty water. The lanternfish has slipped away, dissolving into the black. This isn't simple bioluminescence. It is a biological form of optical coding, where light becomes camouflage, misdirection, and survival strategy, all at once. In a world without landmarks, it bends visibility, like a quiet magician of the abyss. Perhaps intelligence begins not with thought, but with the ability to disappear. Top 7. The tiger eye butterfly predator, perception manipulator. On a forest floor mottled by sun, a butterfly spreads its wings and a pair of blazing tiger eyes erupts into view. These aren't real eyes, but patterned illusions, precisely arranged to hijack a predator's reflexes. The symmetry, curvature, and contrast strike the brain as the gaze of a large animal. Birds abort their attacks mid-flight. Small mammals recoil. Everything hesitates. That single heartbeat of confusion is enough for the butterfly to vanish into the undergrowth. Its wings carry no claws, no venom, only a visual algorithm refined by millions of years of evolutionary trial. Sometimes, survival is simply the art of making others doubt what they see. Top 6. The leaf-mimicking spider, shape-breaking deceiver. Perched on a branch, unmoving, the spider looks like a torn leaf trembling in the breeze, its legs tucked into edges, its body curved to match botanical imperfections. Predators scanning for prey rely heavily on shape recognition, and this spider ruptures that system entirely. Its body doesn't just match a leaf. It breaks down into pieces, angles, shadows, microtremors, feeding false data into the observer's brain. Even the wind becomes part of the illusion, a collaborator the spider has never met. Here, camouflage is not mere blending. It is identity erasure, stripping away the spider's outline until nothing recognizable remains. Intelligence, in nature, often begins with learning how to vanish from the story. Top 5. The cuttlefish, dynamic color architect. In the shallows, a cuttlefish glides across sand, and reality bends. Its skin ripples with electrical waves of color, blacks turning to whites, stripes dissolving into gradients, textures rising and sinking like shifting terrain. Beneath this performance lies a matrix of chromatophores, iridophores, and leucophores, working in harmony, responding to micro-changes in light, angle, and background. The cuttlefish does not merely match its environment, it rewrites it, projecting illusions in fractions of a second. To predators, it becomes a rock. To prey, an opening in the seabed. To competitors, a ghost fading into water. Sometimes the smartest mind is not the one that thinks, but the one that transforms. Top 4. The mimic octopus, shape-shifting strategist. In the shifting currents of tropical shallows, an octopus glides across the seafloor, then fractures into an illusion. Its arms stiffen, its body narrows, and suddenly it becomes a striped lionfish, spines flaring in phantom threat. Moments later, it collapses into a flat, rippling form, sliding over sand like a venomous soul. The mimic octopus does not simply disguise itself, it performs. Each transformation is a calculated narrative aimed at the viewer's instinctive fears: dangerous, toxic, untouchable. It reads the environment, selects the role, and bends its flexible body into a new identity within seconds. Perhaps the highest intelligence is not knowing who you are, but knowing who you must appear to be. Top 3. The false cleaner fish, deceptive social engineer. On coral reefs, trust is currency. Predator and prey alike line up at cleaning stations, offering their bodies to harmless cleaner fish that remove parasites. But the false cleaner fish turns this ritual into a con. Mimicking the colors, movements, even the invitation dance of real cleaners, it gains access to unsuspecting clients and then bites off scales and mucus before darting away. Its deception works because it taps directly into socially programmed behavior, hacking an agreement older than memory. This fish does not hide. It weaponizes expectation itself. Intelligence can bloom in the space between trust and betrayal. Top 2. The orchid mantis, predatory illusionist. Amid petals of white and pink, the orchid mantis waits, still as porcelain. It doesn't mimic a flower, it surpasses it. Now, with petal-shaped limbs, color gradients tuned to ultraviolet vision, and gentle swaying that echoes the rhythm of a breeze, it becomes the most alluring bloom in the clearing. Pollinators flock toward it, choosing the predator over real flowers. The mantis has inverted nature's contract. Instead of pursuing prey, it compels prey to seek it. This is not camouflage. This is aesthetic manipulation, exploiting what other creatures find irresistible. The deadliest illusions are the ones we want to believe. Top 1. The glasswing butterfly, transparency architect. A creature that doesn't hide, doesn't mimic, doesn't threaten, yet becomes almost impossible to see. The glasswing butterfly carries wings so transparent that even motion fails to betray it. Light passes through without scattering. Outlines dissolve. The insect becomes a drifting absence. Transparency is the most profound illusion. The mind can process patterns and colors, but it cannot detect what isn't there. Predators scan, refocus, search again, and the butterfly is already gone. No deception, no display, only the quiet mastery of being overlooked by the world. Sometimes the most powerful illusion is the one that leaves nothing to notice at all. When we look at these engineers of illusion, it becomes clear that nature's intelligence is not confined to minds. It is etched into bodies, pigments, instincts, and the silent dialogue between light and shadow. These animals do not deceive out of malice. They deceive because the world forces every creature to choose, become visible, or become vulnerable. Human perception, too, is a fragile construct. We trust our eyes as if they are perfect instruments, yet they are easily misled by contrast, motion, symmetry, and expectation. The very same weaknesses exploited in the forest, reef, and abyss. The illusions we fall for may differ, but the mechanism is eerily similar. A mind, any mind, seeks patterns first, truth second. So what does it mean when evolution discovers the loopholes of vision long before we even understood them? What does it say about intelligence when a cuttlefish can outpace our technologies, or when a butterfly can vanish without moving? Perhaps the deepest message is this: we do not see the world as it is. We see the world as we are built to see it. In that realization, lies both humility and awe. The universe is not opaque, we are. And the creatures we overlook may understand perception more profoundly than we ever will. If these illusionists of nature have shown us anything, it is that the world is far stranger and far smarter than we imagine. Every shift of color, every false signal, every vanishing act is a reminder that perception is only a doorway, never the whole room. If you want to keep exploring the hidden systems that shape reality, then stay with this journey. Subscribe, share, and join the search for the minds that rewrite what we see.